In the quiet town of Overland Park, Kansas, the Christ Community Church was a place of faith and fellowship. But beneath the surface of this peaceful congregation, a dark and tangled web of obsession and betrayal was forming, one that would ultimately lead to murder and an intense FBI investigation. At the center of it all was a seemingly perfect family. David and Carrie Lee Farver had been married for 15 years and had 2 children. David was a successful IT professional, and Carrie Lee was a dedicated mother and a respected member of their church community. But their picture-perfect life began to crumble when David started an affair with another church member, a woman named Liz Goyar. Their affair was brief, lasting only a few months. David, wanting to save his marriage, decided to end it. He told Liz it was over, but for Liz, it was just the beginning of a terrifying obsession. Shortly after the breakup, David started receiving a barrage of strange and threatening text messages. The sender, it appeared to be Carrie Lee. The messages were bizarre, claiming she had left him for another man and was starting a new life elsewhere. David was confused and hurt. He tried to contact Carrie Lee, but she seemed to have vanished. Her car was gone from their home, and her phone went straight to voicemail. The texts from her number continued, becoming more erratic and hostile. They weren't just sent to David, but also to Liz Goyar, painting Carrie Lee as a jealous and unstable stalker. Months turned into years. Carrie Lee was officially a missing person, but the digital harassment continued unabated. The texts claimed she was watching David and Liz, who had rekindled their relationship. There were reports of vandalism at Liz's home, fires being set, and even their pets being harmed, all blamed on the supposedly vengeful Carrie Lee. The police were involved, but with Carrie Lee physically absent and only a digital trail of texts, it was a frustrating and perplexing case. They had a mountain of digital evidence, but no body and no clear suspect. But the detectives in Pottawatomie County, Iowa, where Carrie Lee was last seen, never gave up. They started to notice inconsistencies in the story. The sheer volume of messages, thousands of them, was suspicious. And why would Carrie Lee, a devoted mother, abandon her children without a word? They began to suspect that the person sending those texts wasn't Carrie Lee at all. They believed someone was impersonating her to cover up a much darker crime. The investigation took a dramatic turn when detectives looked closer at Liz Goyar. Her stories didn't add up. She claimed to be a victim, constantly harassed by Carrie Lee, yet she always seemed to be at the center of the drama. The police secured a warrant to search Liz's electronic devices. What they found was staggering. They discovered an app on her tablet that could schedule text messages to be sent at future dates and times. This was the tool she had been using for years to impersonate Carrie Lee. The digital breadcrumbs led investigators to the final, chilling piece of the puzzle. On Liz's old SD card, they found a deleted photo. It was a picture of a decomposed human foot. The photo had a distinct tattoo on it, a Chinese symbol for mother. It was the same tattoo Kari Lee Farver had. The FBI was called in to assist with the complex digital forensics. They confirmed that the photo was taken just weeks after Kari Lee disappeared and was found on a device belonging to Liz Goliath. With this undeniable proof, Liz Goliath was arrested and charged with the murder of Kari Lee Farver. The prosecution's case was built on a mountain of digital evidence, meticulously pieced together by local and federal investigators. They argued that Liz, consumed by jealousy, had killed Kari Lee and then spent the next 3 years impersonating her through texts and emails to manipulate David and mislead the police. In 2017, Liz Goliath was found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison. The case stands as a chilling reminder of how technology can be twisted for sinister purposes, and how a seemingly simple love triangle can escalate into a years-long campaign of deception and, ultimately, a cold-blooded murder. It was a crime that took an army of determined investigators to solve, proving that even in the digital age, the truth will eventually find its way to the light. Thanks for watching. If you found this case as fascinating as we did, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more true crime stories. See you next time.